That's a W. Let's eat one. Let's eat one. That's a W. How many people want to eat a W tonight? How many eat a W tonight?
The double champ does what the he wants.
About to go stupid again.
Yo, back again, Dub Sports. Hope everyone got some dubs. Week 3. As always, Bryan here with my homie Chris. What's up, boy?
What's up, brother? What's up, brother? Welcome to Dub Sports, guys.
Yo, how was your week 3, big dog?
Fantasy wise, not great. Two wins, I think, in 5 leagues. 2 wins in 5 leagues. So not great, but I got a win in my own 3 league. Needed that. Close to a weekly in your league.
Oh, dude, you're 3-0 in that league. In my league, you're killing it.
Yeah, killing in that league. And you're 3-0 in my league, dude. Fucking top of the chart. You're number 1 in that league, and I'm number 2 in yours, bro.
Well, yes, sir. So, I mean, obviously, that's how fantasy is sometimes, dude. My schedule against has been brutal. I've gone against 2 weeklies, so that's how it is. But, I mean, and also, I mean, for me, my week 3, bro, fucking obviously my Bucks lost to the Broncos, so a super disappointing start to the Sunday for sure. I was like, dude, like everyone picked us. Nobody would have thought that the Broncos, 0-2 Broncos versus 2-0 Bucks, and fucking that was all bad.
Their defense in 3 leagues.
Who, the Broncos?
Yeah, no, the Bucks. 2 leagues.
Right,
2 leagues.
Right. There you go. That's another. That's what cost me a L2. Fucking, I picked the Buccaneers defense over the Jets defense, and the Jets balled out on Thursday against the Patriots.
Asked me on Thursday. You said, which one, dude? I'm kind of baiting. I'm like, I'd stick with your Bucks, dude. It's the Broncos, dude. And I mean,
right. And he going into the game, Bo Nix had 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And you thinking the Bucks defense was a smart play. They were, projected high across all leagues. But yeah, didn't happen. Didn't happen at all. Bo Nix,
I think that graphic, dude,
fucking balling, dude.
Remember that graphic that they were not a graphic, but that the reel of him like talking to the reporter when they're like, "Hey, what happened in that end zone interception?" He goes, "Well, step back and I threw it to the other team. That shit was on a loop." I guarantee he sees that all week and just prepped extra fucking hard to win that game.
He balled. I mean,
yeah, I think he'll be.
Everyone had a game like, I mean, Mitch Trubisky one time had a fucking stellar game against the Bucks, dude, and like, look at him. So like, everyone has those days. Bo Nix obviously had his. It's funny because I have the Jets defense still, and they're playing the Broncos this coming week, and it's like, do you chase the Broncos again? But after what I just seen, fucking Bo Nix do. But honestly, I am, because I think the Jets defense is starting to come around. I think Mosley will be back. Their defense is going to be pretty good, and it's a solid matchup against Denver. So I'm going to be rolling with the Jets this week for sure.
They got 2 premier corners too, and is it Michael Carter? I think is one of them with Sauce. Michael Carter's the other corner, right, with Sauce?
No, they got DJ Reed. I think Carter is the nickel guy. Carter's
nickel. Oh yeah. But I mean, he's solid. He's solid.
Yeah.
Though. He's solid.
Yeah,
he just got an extension from them. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
right,
they got 3 corners that are legit. Yeah, for sure. They're a good defense. Yeah. So I'm definitely going to be rolling
not bad. Reddick, I'm wondering what's got Reddick is holding out for the whole year. It was what it seems like, right? Reddick.
Yeah. I think he's going to end up getting traded. We'll see what's up with that. But I mean, fantasy. Did you have anybody get hurt? Because I know every week there's guys going down or something happens. I know Adam Thielen got hurt.
I don't think anybody big in my league. I don't think anybody went down that was big like in any of my teams that went down. But I know Mixon was out this week, and they're not sure if he's gonna be back again next week. I know fucking AJ Brown still projected 0. That's another big, But anybody that got hurt this week, I'm trying to think of injuries this week that were big. Thielen, we talked about Thielen went down.
He's like the only one really. Oh, Trey McBride, dude.
Possible concussion, dude. Possible concussion. That could be 2 weeks, dude. I'm hoping.
I was watching that. Because I had Gibbs, Jameson Williams, and McBride in that game, so I was watching that game. Fucking J-Mo didn't do anything.
Oh, you know who else got hurt? But I don't know if it's that serious as Najee. Najee got hurt. So I mean, if that injury ends up being something, I think Warren's a better back anyway. I think he brings like a lot more upside and explosiveness than what Najee does. I mean, that could be something. I don't know if he's
for sure. Najee's actually been better than I thought, though. Dude, I gave John a hard time at the draft, and that dude's actually been playing. I mean, it's got to be close to a contract year with him or
Herbert.
Running backs.
Herbert
they got to do it. That's a big one.
About Herbert. Justin Herbert.
That's a big one.
He started and got hurt. He left. He left the game early.
Yeah, that could be a big one because once I don't think they scored after he left. I know he hit Quentin Johnson for that touchdown on the sideline, of course, because I was playing against Quentin Johnson.
He's the only reason why that offense is good, dude. If he goes down, you want to pick up any fucking defense playing the Chargers. Look what happened when they didn't have him last year against the Raiders.
Well, they just don't have that good of pass catchers
points or something.
Crazy. The Raiders did that.
Yeah, and like 2 or 3 were defensive touchdowns or some shit like that. It was crazy.
Yeah, because he has to be like Superman for that Charger offense to be legit. You know, their running game is solid now.
Tight ends,
right.
That offense. So I mean,
as far as injuries, not that much. You know, I mean, the Adam Thielen one. I mean, the big thing about the Panthers was Andy Dalton. Like, that dude balled out against the fucking Raiders. And I think that's going to be, honestly, something that can be – if you got Deontay Johnson, you know, we were talking about adding that legit – the rookie. Really a first-rounder? Second-rounder?
First-round pick. No, he's first-round pick.
First-round pick? Yeah, so, like, you possibly add him there. They obviously like him, so – I saw him get a red zone target too, and I was watching Red Zone channel, so he got a red zone look. So,
he could be like that. The Jaguars rookie wide receiver could end up having a good year so far. Like he is.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be with Thielen going down. Dalton's gonna throw it, you know. So somebody's got to be on the other end, and Dalton, he's solid, man. Like for fantasy, like he's a pro, you know. Bryce Young. He had to sit Deontay Johnson. He had to sit all these Panthers. Fucking Chuba Hubbard, that dude balled out too. And like all of a sudden, he's going to be a thing
benches. A lot of people's benches.
But I mean, not this week, dude. And honestly, not even going forward. Like you're going to feel good about these guys. Almost depending on
what happens to Jonathan Brooks when he comes back healthy. Chuba, I mean, he's still got value for another at least 3 weeks. I think until
I'm not sold
Brooks
like this Jonathan Brooks guy as much. Maybe I haven't seen enough college tape. I don't know, but.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
he's good at Texas.
Chuba looks good.
He's good at Texas.
Like Chuba's looks good. He's been around. Like he's coming up on a contract year too. So Chuba's trying to stick around in the NFL too. You know, so he's not going to be giving up the job. He's a pro. Andy Dalton's a pro. That offense now is going to be scoring some points. I'm not saying they're going to win games now. Like I know they beat the Raiders, but they're still going to give up some points. So that team is going to be fantasy irrelevant. They were irrelevant before. But now with Dalton under center, all those guys are relevant. Even Dalton, dude, didn't he wasn't he QB1 this week?
He went off.
Or no, he went to Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen was probably QB1, but either way.
Yeah, but by Sunday's game, so like by the end of Sunday's game, though, he was,
but Dalton was balling, dude. So he was balling.
Dalton Dimes, you called it, bro. Dalton Dimes.
I'm not sure exactly who he's playing this week, but I mean,
another injury. Devontae Smith, we forgot about. Devontae Smith had a concussion. That's another one.
Which that could affect Jalen Hurts. You know, if they don't, if you don't have AJ Brown or Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert obviously had a huge boost. Saquon, yeah, but not this week, homie. Dude, we're pretty good. We've been good against running backs for a while, you know.
Yeah, you guys have owned the Eagles lately. I think you've won the last two, maybe 3 against them. 2?
Yeah.
2 or 3 against them.
We dog walked those fools in the playoffs, but
Laporta got hurt too. Laporta got hurt.
Yeah, so there's a couple tight ends out there. So streaming tight ends, since we're talking about it, dude, I actually have I got a waiver in. You're not posting this till tomorrow. The waiver will already go through.
I'm not picking waivers up. Not you. I'm going to be up at 3 in the morning, baby. 3 in the morning. You know.
Well, one of my waivers and one of my leagues, I'm in a few of them. Who knows which one it is? But Cole Kmet is available, and I'm actually gonna make a claim for him because of Trey McBride being hurt. I have Kyle Pitts who's been
Conklin on waivers
up and down. Conklin is on waivers.
I think Rodgers is never going to develop something big. I think he's going to develop into something.
If they built on last week, if they got built on last week, then
they will.
Definitely.
He liked him a lot. I mean, he had quite a few targets the week before that too. They just didn't have any success, in that game with their tight ends. But I think Conklin will be something for Rodgers. He likes his tight ends.
Right. No, and he's the guy that is going to be working in the middle of the field a lot. They got Mike Williams, Garrett Wilson. The other receivers are more like out wide. kind of guys. Conklin's the guy that works in the middle, so he's going to be available. He's going to get some looks. That's another solid option to go with. But yeah, so I mean, Kyle Pitts flat out has just been underperforming for me in one of my leagues. So I'm like, Mike Gesicki is available, who came off like another solid game.
I picked him up and started him. I had like eight points, I think, from him.
Right, but it's better.
That's who he's projected.
And I had McBride who had 5. You know, who's a top tier.
He's had one good week
so
far. One good week so far. That's it, McBride.
Right, exactly. And because he fell on a touchdown, fell on a fumble. He didn't even score it, his own. But that position, bro, if you can get a solid 8 to 10 to 12 or whatever, like Gesicki's a top tight end because of that. He's each week he's at least been steady. We'll see with Higgins coming back, but even then, he was obviously back on Monday. And honestly, it looks like that Bengals defense is going to be struggling to stop people this season.
They're awful. They are awful.
So if that's the case, then Burrow's going to have a big stat year,
right?
And he's going to be throwing. So Gesicki could be an option. He's on the field a lot in the passing game. So you got Gesicki out there. I got a claim for Kmet. Who'd you just bring up? The other one, Conklin.
Yeah.
So
Conklin.
there's some tight ends out there that you can get by with for sure if you need one this week.
I don't know if Ingram is still hurt. That Strange dude caught 2 touchdowns 2 weeks in a row too. I think it's Brandon Strange or something like that, or Byron Strange. Yeah, he caught.
I know he caught one.
He caught one the week before.
Oh, one and one.
The week before,
one this week and then one last week.
Exactly.
Okay.
He might not be a bad streaming option if Ingram's out again too. You could always stream that guy. He's not somebody you have to pick up off of waivers, but he's somebody you can.
Right, but those are guys that are available. I'm Noah Fant's available. I even have like a Dalton Schultz, but those guys,
Fant was supposed to be good too this year.
Anyway. Those two, but even then, those two, like, I'm not a big fan of getting these tight ends that are the 4th or 5th passing receiving option. You know what I mean? Because
that's why they're on waivers. Because
even on Fant, you got the JSN, you got DK, and then you
Tyler
got Lockett.
Yeah.
Those 3 are going to be.
And they throw out of the backfield a lot too. They're throwing to the backside of the backfield constantly.
To the running backs. So, to me, those kind of guys, even Schultz, same thing. He's got 3 receivers ahead of him too in the pass catching department. Gesicki's got 2, maybe 3 that Iosivas guy or whoever the hell that is. Hey, dude, he keeps scoring. He keeps playing. He keeps.
He might. Hey, next year, man. Hey, if Higgins is gone,
yeah, exactly. He could end up having a big year. But he could have a role because that Tyler Boyd role. Someone's got to get some targets. Right. So he could be certain weeks. He could be solid ad as well. So that's it as far as tight ends. Quarterbacks. Where are the quarterbacks? Because I have Jordan Love who might be back. I actually think
he'll be back this week. I think
he will be too.
Yeah, but I think he'll be back. I don't expect a big game from him. If you got another option, I think give him one more week to kind of sit on your bench, see how things progress, and then start somebody. You got options like Darnold out there. Hey, you can stream Dalton.
Tua is out, so there are people that are looking for quarterback. I think Kevin might be looking for a QB. Well, no, he's got Kyler Murray. So he's going to feel pretty good about Kyler every time. So
Jones didn't look terrible against us. I fucking don't even want to say that shit. But Daniel Jones,
yeah. No,
I think the Giants are starting to pick up their offense a little bit. I know we look bad, period. But, I think their offense is starting to pick it up a little bit. Him and Neighbors are developing.
Don't pick up fucking Derek Carr. I picked up Derek Carr as soon as anybody thought that pile of shit was anything. I pick him up, and of course, he scored 6 points because he's on my roster. I should have known better to have him on my roster. That will never happen again. I will never have Derek Carr on a roster. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is also facing Dallas. They're 29th ranked defense, so that wouldn't be a bad pickup if you want to get Daniel Jones. Yeah, 29th ranked defense.
Justin Fields is available, still available.
29 ranked passing defense. That's I'll put that there.
Mr. Turnover himself. That's just a hard one for me. Caleb Williams is available in, I think, 2 out of 3 leagues for me. Justin Fields is available in 2 out of 3 leagues. Those are both
Fields
guys.
Is not a bad option too. Yeah.
Caleb, they both have good matchups. Caleb's playing against the Rams, and we just saw what Brock did, and everyone like Kyler did the week before. The Rams obviously aren't doing so hot right now. So
they beat the Niners.
They beat them, but they also gave up. Look what
their
Jawan
defense
Jennings
is
did.
not good. Yeah.
Look what
good,
Brock Purdy did. So
right.
they've been giving up some points. The Rams
And
have
Fields
for
is
sure.
facing the Colts, and Williams just had like
And they
307
have too.
passing yards.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Caleb threw for 360 against them. So I think
threw
Fields
56
should have
passes or something, but
right. But I think Fields could have a solid day. The Colts, they don't have their best defender. Buckner's still out. So I think both of them are some solid streaming options right there. There's Andy Dalton, who against the Bengals, we just saw what Jaden Daniels did. So Andy Dalton could actually be
that rookie's good, man. He is fucking good.
Bro, I got Sam Darnold available in one of my leagues too.
Oh yeah,
Who's
and
another
most
option,
leagues
so
he's available in like 3 out of 5 of my leagues. Darnold's still
man.
available.
So there's some guys that you can plug and play at the quarterback position, and honestly, like part of me is thinking if depending on how it all plays out, one of those matchups are solid because I got Jordan Love, but Vikings defense have been tough, so I'm depending on how it all shakes
the
out.
number 1 fantasy defense right now.
Yeah, so depending on how it shakes out, I might might have to go with one of these better quarterback options. But I think honestly, Jordan Love, I drafted him to be the guy. I was thinking he's going to be an MVP candidate. So as long as he's healthy, fully cleared,
he still can be. He still can have a solid ass year. I mean, the kid's still good. He was good last year. I still believe in Jordan Love. I have him waiting to put him in. I'm going to play Darnold. I think if I get him off of waivers this week, play Darnold this week, and then Love will be in the lineup next week.
For sure. So I mean, those are some QB options. We went over what tight end, QB. What should we cover? Some receivers or running backs?
Definitely receivers. Definitely some receivers. We can go receivers first. Since most of our leagues are 3 wide receiver, I think receivers a huge position for us and have need to as well. And waivers wise, talk about Jawan Jennings. I mean, the fucking crazy performance he had.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not available anymore. Like most people knew, and we talked about it last week, with Debo out and with Kittle potentially out, and looks like he's going to be out. Both of them are probably going to be out for at least another week or two. So ride that train while you can, especially this week. I'm pretty sure they're playing the Patriots, and Christian Gonzalez might be shadowing Brandon Ayuk. If that's the case, then Jennings is going to get in line for potentially another big day.
Yeah, nothing like he did, but definitely a big day still.
Actually, there's some options. Is Shakir
is available in one of my leagues. Yep.
Oh
Shakir's
God,
available.
He should not be. My God, dude,
10 man. It's a 10-man.
I'm a dumbass. I fucking I had Shakir in all week up until I think when Friday or Thursday they were talking about T. Higgins is a full go. And I drafted Higgins way higher than Shakir, so I went Higgins over Shakir.
Jawan and Shakir are available in my 10-man. Jawan and Shakir.
I would go Shakir just because of the long haul, bro. The way they're using him too, and like he's starting to be like swagged out. He's got the sleeves on like Amon-Ra St. Brown, and they use him in a similar way. I'm not gonna go.
He's Allen's favorite target so far.
He's no Amon-Ra St. Brown, dude, but they use the fuck out of Khalil Shakir, dude. He's a baller. He's like I have him in your league, and honestly, I'm gonna have to start. He's found a way to get in the lineup for sure. He's gonna be starting, especially since I have Josh Allen too. So a little extra bonus right there with that one. So I'm gonna be playing Khalil Shakir. But I mean, in my league right here, just looking at it, dude, I got Jacoby Myers, who is available, who actually might be getting some run here, and then even Jalen Tolbert, who Josh picked up in our league, in my league.
Yeah.
But in my league, Jalen Tolbert is available. Like everyone thought Brandon Cooks was going to be the other guy. It looks like this Tolbert dude might be it. He's had a couple decent games in a row. Now he's at 14 and 13 in back-to-back games. So I think he just had a touchdown pass. So I think he's a decent option this week. They're going against the Giants.
Michael Wilson from
the Cardinals. Yeah, especially with
he gets a lot of targets.
With Trey McBride potentially being out too. Like there's some more targets. Dortch is another Arizona Cardinal option.
Yep.
If Trey McBride is out, those are a couple guys that you can feel decent about. Got that Yoshivas guy who's available.
I see him too. Yep. I see Reynolds up there, like you said. Reynolds is a good option from the Broncos. Yeah. I mean, he gets down there. Tutu Atwell, I think, got the majority of the targets.
Xavier, that legit kid though. I think he might be worth something here with Adam Thielen going down.
Mm-hmm. How about fucking Terry McLaurin finally getting some love? My God, dude. Needed that shit, dude. I had him in the league. I fucking still lost. So I was down by like 35 or something like that. So he gave me 20. But I'm hoping that Jaden Daniels and him fucking pick up that connection.
Yeah, no, Jaden Daniels, that fool, man, that what a game that was. That dude looks awesome, dude. He's like, what QB rank is he right now? He's got to be what, top 3?
Fantasy wise, I don't know if it's gonna show like the updated ranking with this week.
It'll show on here. Yeah, he's QB2 right now. He's quarterback 2, averaging 23 points a game. You know, he's probably right behind Josh Allen.
Rookie.
And but Josh Allen is what, a 3rd to 4th round pick at the latest. You know, Jaden Daniels is what, like a 12 to 15 round pick. Like, dude, that's how you fucking win leagues right there. You have a quarterback that you can pick up that late, bro. That dude is,
and it's putting up points for you like that, rushing touchdowns. Bro. Yeah, dude. And dude, he's on the number 1 team in your league right now. So it's obviously showing to pay off.
Right. Yeah, when you get the value, it's all about value in fantasy, dude. Yeah, a lot of guys are going to score points, but if you can get some guys late to score a lot of points, then you're going to be in good shape for sure. Now, that dude's he's going to keep balling all season long, dude. He makes it look easy, bro. He makes it look real easy. So Jaden Daniels, that dude is legit. So for sure. So
even against good defenses, he looks good, and I think he's going to be fine for you playing against anybody, honestly.
Right. So, receivers, those are some, I think that legit dude for the Panthers is a worthy one.
Yeah, because like we talked about, we're talking about the long term, and I think that guy's somebody for the long term, not somebody you can just, it's going to be like a 1 week, 2 week thing because people are injured. He's going to be somebody that's going to build with Dalton. Obviously, Dalton played well. He should stay starting.
But, Michael Wilson this week, though, if, like you were saying, especially with McBride, who normally guys when they get a concussion, and that was a late in the game concussion, so like normally they give them a week off with how today's NFL is, how safe they are and stuff. So normally they give these guys at least 1 week.
Right.
So I think Michael Wilson is actually going to be a pretty good start this week against Washington. That's another reason Jaden Daniels ain't going nowhere, dude. Like their defense can't stop people really, so they're going to be in a bunch of high scoring games, dude, for sure.
Agreed.
So Michael Wilson, he's definitely an option. Running backs now. Let's get into some running backs. My number 1 waiver claim, Bucky Irving. I got to claim.
We talked to him on some previous shows, man. He just looks way more efficient, dude. He just looks way more efficient.
He does. He just and honestly, I kind of blame the OC for like trying to be a power running offense at certain times.
With Rashad White.
Yeah, he gets creative with Bucky and he gets Bucky in a lot more space. Whereas to Rashad, it's like he just tries to like power
run up the middle.
And it's like, dude, that's not what he's good at.
He's not built for that, dude.
You're setting him up there. Neither of them are, honestly. We got receivers first, so pass first, and then you can wrinkle in the run game. But that being said, he's just outproduced Rashad on the ground heavily. So I see a situation coming there where, as kind of like in Detroit, how you can use 2 running backs. I think you're going to be able to use 2.
Monty and Gibbs.
Yeah, because Rashad he's just too good in the pass game. So I think he's still going to continue to see his 5 to 8 targets per game. Like that's not going to go anywhere.
Are you confident enough to start Bucky?
I'm confident. Honestly, there's a few like even the Jet situation. I'm pretty depending on the matchup. You could play both. There's only a handful of spots where you can play 2 running backs from the same team, and I think Tampa is about to start being one of them. Just because, like I said in the past game, I think Rashad's carries are going to come down. He's not going to get 20. He's going to get, and Bucky's are going to go up. I could see Bucky getting 10 to 15 carries and also a few targets, and him potentially even taking over the early down roles. Like he might be the first, second down guy, but Rashad, he's just too good in the pass game.
I think for me, I think both of those. I think flex is where I'd put him. Like both of them. I don't know if I did start both of them yet. Now in the future, possibly, yeah. But I think both of them, either Rashad or Bucky,
they're both flex candidates.
Yeah, they're flex. Yeah.
But sure. And that's the thing is, I think they're both that, and they're both almost like equal in value. Bucky is definitely better between the tackles. He's a better runner with the ball in his hands. He's a better player. But Rashad, he's good, like really good in pass protection. He picks up blitzes really well, and he's got good hands, dude. He's a really good receiving back. So I think they're.
I mean, that could be like a prep thing too.
Time.
It could be a prep thing. You know, Bucky's young; he's just coming to the league. There's not a lot of tape on him pro wise too. I mean, that could change. I mean, if he comes to the league, maybe he takes
that
over,
and like if anything, like I said, I think he potentially is getting ready to take over.
Right.
But that being said, Rashad is still going to hold that third down back value. He's going to have it. You know, like Justice. I want to compare him to Justice Hill because I feel like he's going to get more run. Because honestly, if it's a short yardage situation, like a 4th and 2 or a 3rd and 1, I think Rashad's a bigger guy. So I think he might be the guy in goal line situations too. I know Bucky's the better runner when you have a lot of space, and he might get the 1st and 2nd down work, but Rashad's still going to have a role, and he's going to be a goal line guy. He's going to be a lot of catches. So fantasy, he's still going to be relevant. He's not like he's going to be a guy. Everyone wants to panic like, you know, Bucky's going to take over, which he is, but Rashad is still going to have a role. You're saying
he's just not going to lose all that value, right?
Yeah, he's not going to die. You know, Rashad ain't going to die. He's just not going to. If you drafted him to be a running back 1 or running back 2, then you're, you know, majorly disappointed because he's not going to be that this season. Like Bucky's too good. He's earned that role. So Rashad's a flex, which for the one league I have him in, he is a flex. You know, so it doesn't kill me as much, but I'm going to put that waiver in for Bucky just because it makes sense for me to have a handcuff in case anything were to happen. Because if anything does, and all of a sudden you got the clear cut, you know,
it kind of reminds me of the Moss and Brown situation in Cincy. I think they're really similar to that situation. I see that.
Except,
the Moss and Brown.
I mean, Chase Brown hasn't really done much at all this season.
Yeah,
like both. I mean, at least
he's catching a lot out of the backfield. I mean, he's explosive when he's out there. I mean,
what's his high? What's his high? Like 7 points, 6 points. I think that might be the low. You know, for some.
I think he's had like 9 points just on Monday. He had 8.9 on Monday. It's almost 9 points on Monday. Okay. Yeah, I mean he looked really good.
Dude, he's got some juice, and I obviously drafted him.
62 yards, and he had how many receiving yards did he have? He only had 7 receiving yards, but running the ball, he had 7 carries for 62 yards. Moss is still the lead back there. I don't think, but it just, I don't know, just the kind of change up of those two. I think it's kind of like
even the week before against the Chiefs, bro, he had 4 carries for 31 yards on 7.8 average. Last week he had 7 carries, 62 yards on an 8.9 average. So Chase Brown, dude, he's got Carolina this week.
They're not.
And they keep going up.
They're not using him because they're so keen on using.
He started with 3 attempts, then 4 attempts, then 7 attempts. But dude, 62 yards, 7 yards a carry, then 8 yards a carry, 9 yards a carry. Like, kind of. I know Moss is solid, but I mean,
I don't think he should be having that role. I mean, he had 20 points. Moss did. He finally had some. He had 14, but. I don't know. I think Moss should be the second back there. I do. I think he'd have way more fantasy value, and I think he'd help that team win more in the game. Obviously, he's having more success, but I mean, who knows? Who knows what since?
But dude, like, I mean, he's at this point of the season, depending on who you have. I mean, because I
got both of those guys in one league. I know, dude.
So it's worth keeping him because if anything happens, you're one play away from having an RB2 potential or a lockdown flex or something, you know.
Low end RB2. I think low end RB2, good flex. Right.
Same with like I picked up Braylon Allen last week for the Jets. And,
I got him too.
God forbid anything happens to Brees, like, and honestly, without anything, I think he could be with the offense.
Flex.
Dude,
he could be
flex.
Flex.
He is a flex candidate each week.
He's got a chance to score every time he gets the ball, bro.
Right. That's how and he's just what we talked about with the handcuff. He's one play away from being an RB1.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could be a legit RB1 potentially. God forbid anything happens.
If he was anywhere else, bro, he could be an RB1. A lot of places anywhere, you know, he could be an RB1. I think he's better than a lot of the RB1s that are out there, dude.
Right. I mean, what's some other running back names here, dude? I picked up Dante Foreman. I talked about Dante Foreman, and I fucking. Oh my God, dude!
Listen, our offense.
I started him in a league. He had what two attempts, like or whatever. Like my Lord, that was.
I had a feeling they were going to go
roster.
Back forward. Yeah,
get him off the roster.
Started him, bro. Oh no, you know what? No, I got to get. I think I picked up Cam Akers. I got to start Cam Akers.
Who also didn't do that. He didn't do much either.
He scored a touchdown. He had like 10 points, 11 points. Yeah.
Okay,
so I mean that was good. And I had him on a parlay to score, which is great. I think I went like
Sweet.
4 out of 5 out of my anytime. Fucking so
Sweet.
close again. Love those.
I
When you
mean,
get all close, money,
right here. I mean, speaking of handcuff, we got Algier on the list, Gibson on the list from the Patriots. A couple more handcuff options.
It's a lot of handcuff options. There's nobody you can grab.
Kareem Hunt. He just got signed to the active
Promoted,
roster today.
Yeah.
I think because even like we were talking about it watching that Monday night game or Sunday night game. Like he just straight line, dude. He ain't gonna make anybody miss that Steele. What's his name? Carson Steele, whatever it is.
Carson Steele, he's not good.
So I think for them to promote this dude, for them to promote Kareem Hunt right away, because he'll give you all those tough yards too. He can run through people just like Steele can, except he's actually got a little vision to him too. So I think Kareem actually, because that Steele guy, man, he's just not. He ain't it. I know a lot of people are hyping him up like last week, but we talked about I'd rather go with Pirine. Who also ain't it. That's why they're going to give Kareem. I think they're going to give him a shot.
You got Edwards-Helaire coming back, and he ain't
shape.
much either. Yeah.
Yeah, but if Kareem's in shape, then he has a shot at potentially getting it. But I don't think they're going to just not use Steele anymore. They're going to use him a few, like we talked about. Just stay away from Kansas City altogether.
It might be a thing where you could if you got room to stash Kareem and just keep him on your bench to see how that backfield plays out. That'll be your option with it. But I wouldn't plug Kareem in until you see what the fuck they're doing there in Kansas City with the backs.
Yeah. Manuel Wilson from Green Bay. He looks like their RB2 right now. He had 16 points, 12 carries, 50 yards.
He was looking more efficient on the ground than fucking
Jacobs was. A receiving touchdown.
So frustrating.
I think did that come in garbage time? Because I know they were beating the shit out of the Titans.
Even when he gets carries during in the time when they're in it, you know what I mean. He still looks more efficient so far than Jacobs. Jacobs just doesn't look as The last couple of years he hasn't looked as good, and I picked him up because I'm thinking, hey, they just signed him to an extension. This guy's he's going to be their back. I think maybe once Jordan Love comes back, things will change too. I think Jacobs will have a little more value once Love comes back. They'll have to worry about the pass a lot more. They don't have to focus. You got to think when you got a star like Josh Jacobs, because he is still a star in the league as a running back. He's still, defense is playing that well as one of their star players in that team. Like they're still going to hone in on him, especially when you have like a Malik Willis in there. You know what I mean? Malik has been playing pretty good for what he is, but
2-0.
You're going to be worrying about them trying to set up the pass with as many runs as possible to where they're going to have Malik throw the ball that much. So you're going to hone in on the run.
Well, LaFleur's offense is, play action, all that shit.
Yeah.
So Jacobs is going to be the guy. He's definitely going to be the guy. But Wilson, he just seems like another handcuff, dude. At this point, it's like maybe if you have Josh Jacobs, then you pick up a Wilson. If you have one of these guys, then you go ahead and roster just because – you don't want to be a situation to where, God forbid, anything happens to your guy, and then you can't. It's too late.
You're fighting for him on waivers to get your handcuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it might be too late by then. So you want to get it. Most of these, some guys are desperate to win.
It baffles me with the Mason shit. How people don't have Mason when they drafted Christian McCaffrey. It baffles me. It's crazy.
If you're going to use the first overall pick, then how do you not in round 13?
As long as there's a clear handcuff as a clear second back, because Elijah Mitchell is gone. Mason was the only other back there.
Honestly, the Chiefs situation, exactly. There is no second back for the Chiefs. That's exactly what I was gonna say, dude. Like other teams, like there's a clear number 2, and if there's a clear number 2 that can become that number 1, then that's when he's worthy of a handcuff. Like if you have Bijan Robinson, honestly, you might want to get Algier on that roster because if anything happens to Bijan. Honestly, you might not lose a whole lot if Algier gets
Atlanta's offense is picking up each week better and better, dude. Kirk's starting to look better with that offense. So if Bijan goes down, Algier's going to eat. Algier's been effective even with Bijan, there. So if he ends up being the premier back there, Algier's going to eat. And he'll be an RB2 for you, for how long ever Bijan's out. So
right. So so there's some names. We went through all the positions. There's some names.
I think defenses. We can cover some defenses, and then I think that'll be good to cover some defenses.
Defenses, find a good matchup.
Yeah, let me see if there's any streaming that are really intriguing.
The Dolphins, like I talked about a couple weeks ago with Chase and the Titans. Yeah, dude. And look at him, dude.
You could play either one against either one, right?
He's putting out new images every week of some just
crazy shit happening.
Hilarious, dude. It's so and dude, he don't give a shit. He's gonna throw it up there, man. Like we talked
gonna
about,
sling that thing, dude.
He's gonna have a 20-30 season or some shit. 15 touchdowns.
Texans, I see
30
Houston. Oh, Chiefs.
They're going against the Jags because Texans is another good one. They're going against the Jags, bro. And like I just talked about the Jags, they've lost 8 in a row. And look what the Bills defense just did to them. If Damar Hamlin is Hamlin, Damar Hamlin.
His clone. That's
Damar
his
Hamlin.
clone, bro. That's not really Damar Hamlin. Trevor knows it's his clone, dude. It's his clone. The old Damar Hamlin wouldn't have got that pick, but the clone,
no
shit.
No. Yeah, but no, the Bills defense, they balled against the Jags. They've lost 8 in a row. They can't really run the ball. Trevor Lawrence,
like just straight shit, dude.
They don't look too good
now. They're looking like a fucking bottom 3 team. Like they're gonna get a fucking top draft pick next year. How bad they look, dude. I'm not talking shit because my Browns don't look a lot better, dude. But that Jags offense, defense, everything just looks like shit.
Yeah. So those are the couple defenses to chase for sure.
Yeah, I think Chiefs too as well. I mean, if Herbert's out, like we were talking about in the beginning of the show, dude, if Herbert's out, that Chargers offense is gonna fucking struggle. And Chiefs defense is really not that bad. They're not terrible.
They're solid, dude. You saw with Nick Bolton at linebacker, dude. They got that corner is really good.
They get back there, dude. They get a lot of
Jones up front. Yeah, each level, they got guys for sure, and they got Spags as a really.
You get a point per sack, right, on defense, right? Every sack gets you a point.
Yeah, Chiefs will definitely be a good option this week for sure.
Yep.
But as far as those are some waiver pickups to use this week. As far as your teams go, you got anything planned? Because I mean, I got a couple waivers. You got any moves to prep for this week that you're doing?
Yeah. So and the only ones I'm not using. Let's see. In I think it's 3 of my leagues. So 3 of my leagues, their waiver priority goes by when you use them. The other 2 that they're not waiver priority, I go crazy on moves with those ones. Yeah, exactly. So those ones, let me look at my waiver moves. So I have Richardson, dude. That's another thing, dude. So I got Richardson, and honestly, dude, I think having Richardson, dude, I'm picking up Darnold as my number 1 waiver in that one. I know Shakir is there to pick up. Jawan Jennings is there to pick up. But with that motherfucker, dude, how bad he's been this year, I'm gonna do matchups, dude. I'm gonna play matchups. Makes sense.
He's had 2 single-digit games out of 3?
I drafted him so early too, like 5th round or 6th round or something, dude. It makes me sick.
A lot of people did. A lot of people had him in the top 5 this year. He can't play quarterback that well. He's a really good athlete. He's just
and if you the defense just looking for you to fucking run every fucking time, you're ineffective, dude. You're not gonna do anything.
Dude, you see some clips and they show like that Mitchell kid, Adonai Mitchell, just running wide open, and just
hands up. Dude, Pittman's value, plummeted, dude. Like,
so he's a really good athlete, dude. He's a really good athlete, but that's gonna be tough. So it's good now because Darnold, that could be a thing the rest of the year, man. Like he's cut up a couple defenses now back to back, with the Niners and then now the Texans that aren't bad. He's looking good. He's got them 3-0, and he just doesn't even have T.J. Hawkinson. Jordan Addison was out. So that's going to be a thing. And plus the offense, he's got O'Connell calling plays for him. So I think that could be that you're going to end up playing him more than you're going to play Richardson, more than likely, unless you get like against certain teams that not even then.
I just need to see consistency. I need to see consistency, bro.
They're going to be a bad team this year.
Yeah. And then my other league, who's my dude, same as you, literally, I shit you not. So McBride went down. I have my Valley League, the one I'm 2-1. Cole Kmet is my number 1 pickup there. If I can't get Cole Kmet in that one, because I think I'm like 3rd or 4th waiver wire in that one. It's Conklin. So I'm dropping Foreman for Cole Kmet or Conklin. Either one I'll run with. And then who
do the Jets play this week?
Jets are playing
Broncos.
Yep, we just talked about that. Yep. Dude, the dude that played me. Buddy
that's
Steve.
Actually a good pickup. Conklin's a good pickup this week because Shadow is gonna go to what's his face? Kate Otten. I think he had 7 catches, 8 targets, 7 catches, something like that against that team.
I faced Jawan Jennings too, by the way, in that league, dude. I fucking had to face Jawan Jennings in that league, and my buddy's flex, and he had Lamar and Derrick Henry. So that was not fun. That's the one I was number one in points because I told you I was 2-0. My two money leagues, the biggest money leagues. Fucking dude went off against me, and he actually he had the worst record in the league, dude. He was 0-2, least amount of points scored, and then fucking put up 164 against me in a 2-receiver league. Fucking love that.
Yeah, I'm glad we were talking about this because I just put in a waiver claim for Conklin.
Yeah, I would, dude. Honestly, dude, I think Conklin's going to be great with him because if you don't get one, you get the other one.
I haven't used a waiver in this league yet either, so I'm hoping it's week 3, so I'm hoping. But I actually got another waiver in, dude, because
is that your Yahoo league?
Yahoo league, yeah, my Yahoo league, yeah. So I have 2 waivers in on this one, and one is for Rico Dowdle, the running back for Dallas.
He's starting to get more carries too.
My 2 backs right now are Walker, who's been out the last 2 weeks, and I've streamed the last 2 weeks.
Still unsure about this week too,
bro. Like this, I streamed Foreman this week, and the week before that it was Bigsby who got hurt on like the first fucking possession or whatever. So like I got back-to-back games with I think 0
and he fumbled that game too.
Dude, all bad. Like I haven't got any points from my RB2 spot the last couple weeks. So I'm picking up Dowdle, bro, just because I think like he's starting to get the early work and pass catching wise, he's going to be the guy in the passing game. And apparently they're going to be in a lot of high scoring games. So I think he's had like 8 and 9 back to back. But at this point, I'll take that.
James Cook. Any points you can in there,
right.
Yeah, dude. God, Cook fucking just killing it for me.
Yeah,
dude.
No, I'll take it. Like he's my RB1 in that league, and if Kenneth Walker actually is there, then I'll be fine. But like, when I have those bye week, I'm gonna need someone to plug and play. And I've tried to plug and play on waivers, and these guys have been awful. So I think Dowdle, he's gonna be between 7 to 15 to 20, depending on if he scores.
Right,
if he scores, then he'll go up there, But I think that, I'll take 10 points all day as a fill in running back all day. So I'm going to go with Dowdle and then Conklin. I have Kyle Pitts, but like you said, and like we talked about this week,
I'm trying to be patient with Pitts. I think
that play, he almost scored, and he showed some signs. Kyle Pitts has showed some signs, and that offense is starting to come along. So I'm not,
don't lose faith in Pitts yet.
Not yet. So that's I got those 2 waivers in, and then I got Bucky Irving, Cole Kmet waivers in my other league. In the other one, I'm 3-0, most points, undefeated, first place, and I am not going to use one in that league. I don't think I'm going to wait. I can afford to wait in that league, so I'm going to go ahead and wait.
Yeah, I think I'm.
Oh no, I'm not.
In my leagues, let me look at all my records.
I forgot. I got it. Yeah. I got some waivers in. In that league too, because it's the guys we talked about already. I'm not going to tell you till tomorrow.
I'm not picking up anybody off waivers. You ain't got to worry about that one. I'm waiting until
not the best in that league. So
with the COD league.
Yeah,
I'm doing great in that one. I'm fucking fourth in the league. I'm 4th place.
I'm getting
after that win. Do you see that? If you look at the COD league, bro, so I would have been 0-3. I fucking am 1-2, and I have the 4th most points fucking scored. It's wild, bro. Wild. We have 6 teams that are 1-2 in that league. 6 teams. I've never seen that, bro, where that many teams are under 500 because, like,
you see that? That's crazy. That's crazy how that is. The standing, like, isn't that second place, dude? It's 3 teams tied for first, and then, like, you got 7 teams tied for 4th or whatever it is.
Yes, dude. It's crazy, bro. I barely got that win over Max. I had to score 52 points against Max on Monday to
Me
fucking
and the
beat
Ohio
Max.
boys are at the top. We got Goldie and Sammy.
Yeah, all 3 of you fuckers are running the show over there at 3-0. Your most points scored in that one. I think I'm 2nd most points scored in 2nd place in the Valley or the Cali League. And then I think I'm 1st or 2nd in my Valley League.
I had to plug and play Justin Fields. He's been a nice little 3rd quarterback option for me in that league.
Oh,
That's been nice.
I'm using him for the Love for Love being out. He's been my quarterback last couple weeks.
Dude, this week against the Colts, he's going to keep it going. Justin Fields is going to keep it going for sure.
I think Pickens is due for a good breakout game too. I think Pickens is going to have a 27 point game next week.
Yeah, well, he's had the last 2 weeks. He's had to deal with some pretty good corner coverage
for sure, and he's still giving me points. I mean, he's still giving me points, dude. I got him, DK, and Jefferson in your league, dude. I got a solid 3 wide receivers, man. Those motherfuckers are eating together, bro. Dude. I just need Pickens to like start giving some 20-point games here and there, you know. So, and Singletary, dude.
We just need that too. I'm already 3-0. I just need a little more.
I just want a weekly,
weeklies, you know.
Just get a weekly, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
no, it's going, dude. You got a good squad in that league for sure.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, man. It's like I drafted well in that one.
Yeah. Let's fucking wrap it up, dude. I'm getting hungry. I gotta go have some dinner.
I'm tired as fuck. I gotta get up early.
But yeah, no. Good luck in week 4. Fucking get some dubs.
You too, brother. You're gonna get your first win against Eric's bitch ass this week.
Hey, why you gotta say it like that, bro?
You're gonna do it.
Undefeated in my other leagues. I'm over 500 in my leagues. Okay, I'm doing solid.
Hey, 3-3 in route, dude. 3-3.
I do need a big win this week. That's for sure. I need a dub.
You got this, dog.
I need a big dub this week.
Dubs
on dubs. All right, make sure you guys subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Later, boys.